Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is success.
It's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital. We got our space heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up
with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
On first down, Gibson, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. And just a yard up to the 39.
The tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now Heineke looking for his running back, and he's got him.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and then hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us to their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
2nd and 11. And
he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. L.J. Collier able to record his 5th sack of the season. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jonathan Allen, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
6 yards. It's 2nd down.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Washington 3, Seahawks nothing.
On second down, it's Gibson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
At the 38-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Forced out to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And now it's third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to...
And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Sliding out of the... Trying for Humphreys, but it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
The football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Wilson. And that's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Well.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing again here, Wilson. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards. First down.
Wilson will throw again. throw caught here by Bird. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
It's a gain.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
Complete to Chris.
The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
4th and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson, escaping the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Washington 3. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
2-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
At the 50-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. Touchdown, Washington! Curtis Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington has retaken the lead.
The kick is
pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Right now, under 100 yards of total offense. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And the Seahawks.
Well, he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw again is Wilson. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. This is DJ Reed returning. And he returns this to the 22.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Rush coming, and he's taken down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Play action. Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And it'll bring up third down.
Third down.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the... He's got a man. Complete. The 20. 10.
They ain't ready for
and
us.
all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 87 yards. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington will take over first and 10. At their
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
It's 3rd and 11.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now it's Lockett. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
10 yards.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
On second down now, it's Carson. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Chris Carson has proven to be a workhorse for the Seattle Seahawks, and they continue to expand his game. We know that he can run inside and be a bruising type of a player, but he has surprising speed to the perimeter, and they've expanded his game now by throwing it to him out of the backfield. In 2019, in the top 10 in the league in touches and yards from scrimmage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Pick up at 3. Brings up second.
Play action. It's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. This is caught inside the 15. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
At the 10.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. They go play action now. Wilson. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line.
Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And that will be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here comes Humphries on the return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. That he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now Heineke. And he finds McLaurin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
37-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Pass caught left side by Humphries. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. It's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Dancing to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Wilson.
The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Seahawks 21, Washington 10. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try to...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Logan Ryan. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Wilson wants to throw it. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for Chris Carson. Incomplete. It's 3rd.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This is Carson, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
To punt for the Seahawks.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Seahawks, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the L.A. Rams.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So